Are you planning to apply for a Canadian student visa from Nigeria? One of the most important parts of your application is proof of funds, showing that you can pay for tuition, living expenses, and travel costs while studying in Canada. Many Nigerian students are refused visas because their proof of funds is unclear, insufficient, or unverifiable. In this video, you'll learn exactly what the Canadian government expects, how much you need to show, what documents are accepted, and key tips to avoid mistakes. Proof of funds means evidence that you have enough money to support yourself during your studies in Canada without working illegally or running out of funds. The visa officer wants to see that your money is real, available, and accessible when you arrive. As of September 1st, 2025, the minimum living expense requirement for a single student, not including tuition, is $22,895 Canadian dollars. To calculate your total proof of funds, you'll need to add three main costs: $22,895 Canadian dollars for living expenses, your first year tuition as stated on your letter of acceptance, and travel expenses to and from Canada. If you're traveling with dependents, this amount increases for each family member. There are several ways you can prove your financial capacity. The first is through bank statements. Provide recent statements covering at least the last 4 months from a Nigerian or Canadian bank account. Make sure they show consistent activity and match your declared income or sponsorship source. Avoid large, unexplained deposits that can raise red flags and lead to refusal. The second option is a Guaranteed Investment Certificate, or GIC. A GIC is a secure account with a Canadian bank where you deposit money before you travel. You then receive monthly payments to cover your living expenses once you arrive in Canada. For students applying through the Student Direct Stream, a GIC is often mandatory and highly reliable. You can also use a student or education loan as proof of funds. Submit an official loan approval or disbursement letter from a recognized bank that clearly states the total approved amount and repayment terms. Another option is proof of prepaid fees. If you've already paid part or all of your tuition and housing, include the receipts or payment confirmations from your school. This reduces the total amount of funds you need to show. If you have a sponsor, such as a parent or relative, you must provide a notarized affidavit of financial support, their recent bank statements, proof of relationship, such as a birth certificate, and evidence of their employment or business ownership. Sponsors must be financially capable and able to demonstrate steady income. If you've received a scholarship or bursary, include the official award letter from the granting organization or school. It should clearly state the amount awarded, the duration, and what costs it covers. For Nigerian applicants, it's essential to keep your funds liquid and accessible. Visa officers do not consider property, cars, or other non-cash assets as valid proof of funds. Because Nigeria has foreign exchange restrictions, you must also show that you'll be able to transfer the funds out of the country to pay for your tuition and living expenses in Canada. Funds kept in a domiciliary account or accessible international account are ideal. IRCC may verify your financial documents directly with the bank that issued them. If any document is found to be false or inconsistent, your visa can be refused for misrepresentation, which could lead to a 5-year ban from reapplying. Always use genuine and verifiable documents. It's also helpful to include a short letter of explanation summarizing your financial plan. State the total cost of your studies, the source of your funds, and how you'll access your money once you're in Canada. A well-written explanation helps the visa officer understand your situation clearly. Common mistakes to avoid include submitting incomplete or outdated bank statements, relying on sponsors who cannot prove sufficient income, or providing documents with unexplained deposits. Avoid using fixed or restricted funds that cannot be accessed quickly, and make sure all documents are consistent and transparent. As of September 1st, 2025, Nigerian students must show at least 22,895 Canadian dollars for living expenses, plus the first year's tuition and travel costs. Your financial documents should be clear, authentic, and well organized. Proof of funds is not just about showing money in a bank account. It's about proving financial stability, transparency, and readiness to study abroad. When your documents are strong, your chances of visa approval increase significantly. If you need help reviewing your proof of funds or preparing your visa documents, Law and Visas can guide you step by step to meet all IRCC requirements. Follow Law and Visas for more trusted updates and expert guidance on studying and migrating legally to Canada.